What's up, guys? Welcome to Box Football. And apologies, we haven't been consistent again, but just so much going on, and just this World Cup, guys. As I mentioned in the last video, just keeps on giving me more. And I said when I was talking about this with my brother, is this the best World Cup I've ever seen? I've always said to 2010 to 2014. Both World Cups are two of my favorite of all time. Are my two favorite. 2010 nostalgia wise is the best, but in terms of drama, this might edge both of them out because every single we might have to do a little review on that later once everything's said and done. But this World Cup just keeps on giving and giving and giving. Yesterday they gave us a fantastic match, England versus France, and unfortunately, England are out. It's the history of the England. It's a mad one. England losing now 2-1 to France, and it's you can look at it both ways from the point of view. I think the first thing went off my hair for a lot of people. England played well. Did England play well against a very good France team? Yes, they did. I felt looking at the first half, especially, that's down to me. France edged it to me overall, and especially on the break with the pace of Mbappe and Dembele. I think more of Dembele than Mbappe because I feel England and Kyle Walker, they did a great job in keeping him quiet. Yes, there was moments where he was involved in the first goal, but he was very quiet. But I felt Dembele on the right hand side caused England a lot of trouble, balls into the box. Every time he got it, he looked like a danger, rather that was him coming in for a cross or taking on his opponent in Luke Shaw. But overall, first half, I felt France edged it. I felt England took time to kind of grow into the game. There's speculation, and not speculation, there's talk about the referee, and I do agree. I felt like he had a poor game. The foul leading up to the France goal, is it a foul? If that's me, I want a foul there, but it's not that big. You've seen things given your way and not giving your way, and plus the minutes between the goal and the foul is it's quite big. But France get the goal, too many scores. Yes, you could look at Pickford and say, could he have done better? I feel like the fact that when you actually look it down and break it down, there was a lot of bodies in front of him. If maybe some people say he takes a step forward, he closes the gap and gets a strong hand to the ball and palms away. Because when you actually look at the shot, it's literally, I think he gets fingertips on it. So maybe if he takes it a step forward, he gets saved. But going into the second half, I feel England should have been worried. I felt they grew it into the game in the last 10 minutes. I felt when they were able to get the ball into Harry Kane, there was one moment from Bukayo Saka where he gets the ball into Harry Kane. Harry Kane was able to spin Upamecano, and Lloris comes out, spreads himself big and denies Harry Kane. But Harry Kane and Bukayo Saka look like the biggest threat in the game. But going into that second half, I was worried because to me the biggest thing and to me the best player on the day, Antoine Griezmann, was really pulling the strings. Every time he got it, he was making things happen for France. Rather that's linking play from midfield to attack, getting the ball into Dembele, getting the ball into Mbappe and Giroud. He was a big influence in the game. But I felt in the second half, I just felt overall England's intensity picked up. You seen different stuff from England in the second half. I felt Jude Bellingham grew into the game a bit more in the second half. England went a bit more direct from the point of doing that, from the point of view of they were getting more balls into the box, being more effective from corners. And my biggest thing is Bukayo Saka. Yes, I'm an Arsenal fan and people are going, oh yeah, he just points to him, but he wins the penalty. But not only that, every time he got the ball, there was a positiveness about him. There was a directness about him that really troubled that French team. I was really disappointed to see that he went off, because every time he got it, he was the one that was causing France problems. Maybe he was injured, and if he was injured, because he did go down at a certain point around the 60th minute mark. I was a little bit worried in regards to that, but I felt he should have stayed on the field, because if he does stay on the field, France don't want to see him run with the ball, commit players and commit fouls as he did numerous of times in that game. But England had an opportunity as soon as the goal goes in. So Saka wins the penalty, Kane scores the penalty, and then there was a 15-minute period where you had the corner where it was, I think it was headed down, back off a French player, and like Lloris caught it. Lloris kind of came into no man's land, but there was two opportunities that if England take it, you may be looking at England going in 2-1 ahead with 15 minutes to go, and that was that Bukayo Saka chance, where it was flashed across the goal, and like he nips ahead of Theo Hernandez, but because Theo Hernandez kind of leaned over to him, it put him off because it looked like he was going to get a tap in there, but Theo Hernandez did enough just to prevent him from getting like a clean shot on target. And then it's the Harry Maguire chance. That's the big one. That's one, if you're Harry Maguire, you look at, you not only should you have hit the target, but you should have scored. You know, him in that sort of area, that should be meat and drink for him. Disappointing that he didn't take that opportunity. But England, they were looking on top. But the thing about this French team is that, yes, they have quality of Mbappe's, your Griezmann's, your Rabiot's, Tchouameni's, but they also have an understanding of how to get the job done, of how to win, of how to suffer. And then you've seen that from them. It wasn't easy in that 30-minute, I would say from the 50th minute to about the 75th minute, they suffered. You know, England were on top, but France were able to rally. You know, they got themselves going again. Giroud should have scored before he got the goal, and Giroud scores a Giroud goal, guys. How many times have you seen playing for Chelsea, playing for Arsenal, even at AC Milan? Crossing, Giroud, near post goal. Yes, it took a deflection off Harry Maguire. And like, if you want to nitpick, you could mention the fact that you can't let Giroud get to near post. But again, it's hard in them situations. I would say, could you get a little bit more tighter to him there? But France take the lead, and then it's the moment we have to talk about. You know, England bring on Mason Mount, and Harry Kane England get a penalty. Harry Kane steps up again to score. We're thinking Harry Kane don't miss penalties, and he missed. And you ask yourself, why did he miss? And there's different stuff that people say, and I'm just trying to break it down to you. There's different stuff people say. People say he shouldn't have taken the penalty, or you skip to somebody else. I think that's absolute baloney. That's absolute madness. Would you have said that to Messi if he was going against I don't know, Victor Valdez, or for instance Ronaldo, if he had I don't know, David De Gea in front of him? No, you're not going to say it to the top players. There's no other England player I could look at there to take that penalty. You want Harry Kane in that situation, but there's a reason why Harry Kane missed. Now, Jose Mourinho revealed this on TalkSport a year ago, or like 2 years ago, around the Euros time, when he was talking about Harry Kane and Harry Kane's penalty technique. So Harry Kane, a week prior to a few days prior to every match, he practices the penalty technique that he's going to use in that for that game. Now, in the first one, you can see that he clearly did it. He puts it to the left hand corner. But the big thing about this, he practiced that all the time. And I'm guessing for the goalkeeper he would use to practice that is who? Hugo Lloris. Hugo Lloris knows Harry Kane's technique. So he would have seen the first penalty. Okay, so Harry Kane put it to left hand side. That's what he's practiced the whole time. So I'm going to go there. Now, it's a psychological thing where I know where you're going to go and you know where I'm going to go. So who's gonna who's gonna break right now? Because as I said, Harry Kane, he practiced this. Yeah, this is what he's gonna do. He doesn't change his mind. This is my penalty. I worked on this the whole week, and as you can see in the first one, he puts it he puts it in the corner. It wasn't it wasn't quite side netting, but even if a goalkeeper dives the right way, it would have been difficult to get. He puts it in there. Now Hugo Lloris already seen that first penalty, and he knows that's where he's gonna go. So where the goalkeeper's facing, he's gonna go to my right. Yeah, Harry Kane knows that. So as he's stepping up, he knows he's gonna go that way. I just got to hit this harder than I would usually hit a penalty. So he's probably practiced it, and he's put it from. So he's probably working from that top corner range all the way to the middle range on where he's gonna put it. He's thinking, I need to put this a little bit more higher, and gets underneath it. and balloons it. That's where I think it all comes from. The fact that he's practiced his penalties the whole time. Hugo Lloris knows how he does it. He's probably been in goal 1,000 times for Harry Kane penalty throughout a week preparing for a team, and he knows exactly what's going to happen. And unfortunately, it happens there. And it's easy to blame him. Would I have had anybody else stepping up? No. Is it sad Harry Kane missed it? Are you going to blame him? Of course, listen, you take the blame. You miss these stuff. You're a professional football player. It is what it is. I'm not going to crucify him. I'm not going to come this here, oh, the Bukayo Saka. Listen, player missed a penalty. It's unfortunate. Looking at it overall from England's point of view, it's another one of this thing about, oh, well done, but you fall again. I listen. I said this. Look, going into the game, the bigger the game, the bigger the magnitude, the bigger the team, the harder it is for England to perform. And you've seen this on many occasions. This is not just under Gareth Southgate, because people just look at it. Oh, under Gareth Southgate, we've lost to Croatia, we've lost to Italy. No, let's take it back. Let's go back to 1996 in the semi-final against Germany. Big game, big moment, falls short. 2002 against Brazil. Big game, big moment, falls short. 2004 against Portugal. Big game, big moment, another quarterfinal. Big game, big moment, falls short. 2006 against Portugal. Big game, big moment, falls short. 2010, you didn't qualify to Euro 2008. 2010 against Germany. Big game, big moment, falls short. 2012 against, who was it, Italy? He lost on penalties in quarterfinal. Big game, big moment, falls short. And the list goes on and on and on and on and on. This is a recurring theme for this England team. This is no less than what any other England team have done. Yes, in regards to performance, they played well, but this France team would have expected that. In fact, they would have said, you know what, to a certain point, you have the ball, because we know that without the ball, we can be a bit more effective. But I just think with England is just, you lack that killer instinct. You lack that ability to find the team like you have them when you want you. Kill them, pull the trigger, put it away. They just don't know how to do that. And like you've seen that on a number of occasions. You know, you can go back even to Gaza in 1996 when he was in centimeters away from putting the ball in to send England through to the final. It's just, to me, a reoccurring history of England, which is a weird thing. You point to Gareth Southgate. I don't think Gareth Southgate is an issue. Yeah, people go, oh, we have this squad of talented players. Yes, England have a good squad. I don't think it's this array of amazing talent like world beaters. I feel like you have a very good squad, but Gareth Southgate has managed to find the consistency in England that has been lost for a long time, especially under Roy Hodgson and Fabio Capello, where against certain teams, you guys just seem to balloon and like you couldn't perform. In 2010, you failed to beat America and Algeria. Under Roy Hodgson, we all remember the Iceland game. I think in 2014, bear in mind it was Italy, Uruguay, and Costa Rica. Like, you guys failed to win. Under Gareth Southgate, you found this consistency to constantly put you in a position to be successful. And to me, the only thing is that just finding a way to kind of break that glass ceiling. Will that happen one day? I don't know. It's positive to a certain point to me, but it's like, I don't know. I don't know. It's a tough one, but I don't think Gareth Southgate is the issue. I really don't think that's the problem there. I think he should stay on to the next Euros, maybe even looking further into the World Cup. But it might just be a thing of looking at just changing that mentality, because it's not a thing about talent can only take you so far. So don't get it twisted. Like, talent isn't just everything in football. There is a mentality in certain moments where you have to suffer, or you have to take your opportunity. In, like us, we've seen that with Morocco. Morocco have had the craziest route to this semi-final. The fact that they've had to go against a team like Belgium, Croatia, Spain, and Portugal all the way to get to the semi-final. Then, are they more talented than England? No. They got this mentality about them. I look at a team like Croatia too. They got that dogged mentality about them going 1-0 down against Brazil. Most teams crumble in that situation, but they got that mentality. I think that's something that England lacking. Where they find it from? I don't know, but it comes from getting the job done. And unfortunately, the longer it goes, you guys don't get the job done. It might be harder in certain situations. People may look at other things about Gareth Southgate, the fact that the substitutions and all that sort of stuff. Listen, you can nitpick about substitutions to a certain point, but I can easily say to you, one of his substitutions came on and won a penalty. You know, the one thing that you can say is that, okay, maybe players should have come on earlier. I say Marcus Rashford probably should have came on a lot earlier. But you look at Didier Deschamps, he waited for ages to put on a player. I think both teams looked at it and said, okay, it's stale. Who's gonna blink first here? And you could have said England could have blinked, but England should have blinked. But France didn't blink too. They were like, it was out of loggerhead. It was almost like you could literally cut the, I don't know, what's the saying about you can cut the tension with I don't know. But it wasn't a thing where I felt England, like Southgate got it wrong from the point of view of his substitution. The Bukayo Saka one was the only one I would question, but maybe he was injured. But I felt overall with England, Southgate done everything right. I just can't explain to you why it didn't go England's way. But you can look at the fact that it's a penalty. But in football, it's margins. And it's margins in the point of view of players need to take on responsibility in these situations. Because knockout football, it's not about the team who plays well. It's about the team who gets the job done. And France were able to do that. And they have now the chance to win back-to-back World Cups. And I think people are not understanding the significance of this. Didier Deschamps in this French team, if they do it, they're going to win back-to-back World Cups. The last time the team did that was what? Was it Argentina? No, I'm pretty. It couldn't have been Argentina. I have to check there, but I know teams who have done it: Italy and Brazil. There's probably another team there, but it's a very, very, very rare feat, and especially in modern day, to do that, to have the consistency to come back again, as we've seen of other teams who have won the World Cup and like flopped in the next competition, like Spain did in 2014, like Germany did in the last World Cup, like Italy have done, and they haven't been the same since they last won it. You know, Brazil in 2006 not coming back with the same in like intensity. We could be potentially looking at some history right now, and if they do go on to it, which if they do, I'll actually like Morocco too. We have to put our hands up and say that we're looking at something special, and we have to have a serious conversation in certain things. A serious conversation about Didier Deschamps and the disrespect that he gets. A serious conversation about Antoine Griezmann, about a Kylian Mbappe, because they have been through hell and back, guys, throughout this World Cup, with the stuff going on with Paul Pogba throughout the year, the stuff in the last Euros. You know, the fact that you lost Pogba, you lost N'Golo Kante, you lost Karim Benzema on the eve of the tournament. You also lost I can't remember his name, the RB Leipzig Nkunku or something like that. But again, they've lost a lot of players. Even Christian Kimpembe, they've lost so many players. And the fact that they're in this position, favorites to win it, just shows you the strength and depth and the ridiculous quality that they have in this team. And they somehow find a way. The fact that Deschamps said, we're not going to call in any other players, tells you like the mentality, and then just the overall skill of this team is just ridiculous overall. But fair play to France. England, it's happened again. You know, it's not coming home. They're coming home, and I can laugh, but I also want England to do well at the same time. But France go on to play Morocco. Just a quick take on Morocco. What a story this is. people are not appreciating what we're seeing history-wise. I'm going to say it. They are the first African team to make a semi-final. This is monumental, and we all need to make a bigger deal of what we're seeing with this Moroccan team. And I don't know what's going to happen with them from the point of view of, do I think that they have no chance? No. I believe in this Moroccan team because they've shown you, and then they've shown you that you have to respect them. But that Portuguese game coming to the end, players were dropping like flies, and I don't think that they have the physical ability to go again. If they do, fair play to them, because it would be amazing to see an African team in the final. But what a World Cup this has been. But guys, England fans, let me know what you think about it. The substitutions, the Kane penalty, Southgate, France, I don't know, Antoine Griezmann, who was incredible, Mbappe, Giroud. Biggest thing, can you guys win back-to-back World Cups and win your third World Cup? Let us know, France, England fans. Let us know. Comment down below. Please hit that like, share, and subscribe button. And we will see you guys next time.